Hi, I'm Kamel Fisher. You're watching the Sequire Spotlight, and we are live at the LD Micro Invitational at the Four Seasons Hotel in Westlake Village, California. Today, we are interviewing and discussing some very exciting insights about Guerilla RF with Mr. Sam Funchess. He is the VP of Investor Relations, and the ticker for Guerilla is GUER on the OTCQX. Hi.
Hello, Carmen. How are you?
Doing excellent, thank you. How are you enjoying the conference so far?
It's been a fantastic conference. Very professional, well run, quite good attendance.
Yeah, it's a wonderful time. So let's jump straight into it. Tell us more about Guerilla RF. What is RF?
Sure.
And what do you guys do?
Sure. So we are a semiconductor company that is focused on radio frequency or Wi-Fi, say, cellular data transmission. So that's we're not in the memory chips or the processor chips. We're in the send and receive of communication, particularly for cellular phones and Wi-Fi service.
Interesting. Why this industry for you? What is your background and why does this excite you?
So my background happens to be in supporting entrepreneurs and small businesses. Our founder, though, Ryan Pratt, has grown up in the RF world, and a lot of people in the semiconductor world recognize radio frequency as the most difficult industry within semiconductors to be in. And Ryan and his father are electrical engineers. Ryan's father started RF Micro Devices, which is now Qorvo,
right.
And is on our board. But Ryan started Guerilla RF in 2013 and have grown from zero sales to we did $10.5 million last year.
Awesome. So you mentioned some difficulties. Let's just jump straight into that. What are some of the challenges that you guys face?
Sure. I think difficulties in semiconductor world is a boom-bust cycle type environment, and so investors really are nervous about that type.
Right.
Because if you hit that wrong cycle, then you don't make as much money as you would in the boom cycle.
Right.
The other piece is semiconductors. The vast majority of semiconductors are manufactured in Taiwan. Which creates some economic risk or some socioeconomic and political risk, geopolitical risks.
Right.
But it is also a pretty capital-intensive environment because your sales cycle is about 3 years. So you have to fund your business for 3 years before you begin to see any revenue. And that is a risky proposition. Outside of that, the coronavirus, COVID pandemic has really challenged everybody.
Right.
We're no different. Our supply chain was no different. But however, we were pleased to report that none of our customers were impacted by delivery dates. We were able to meet every delivery date that we gave customers throughout the last 3 years. And that has actually allowed us to pick up quite a bit of business going forward. We have several companies that have been impressed with our supply chain, that they have given us additional sockets or additional orders.
Wonderful. Wonderful that you guys are able to counter that, or at least, make some
We survived
progress.
it. It was scary at various moments,
I bet.
as you can imagine.
I bet, yeah. Okay, well, let's touch on some of the greatest strengths of the company.
I think the greatest strengths is our talent and our culture. We have some of the best engineers in the industry. We are located in Greensboro, North Carolina, which is about the third largest concentration of RF engineers. And that puts us in a competitive advantage when we're dealing with talent pool. Greensboro is also a wonderful city. It's about 350,000 people. Average household value is $150,000. So when you're looking around Westlake Village or LA, you sit here and compare your house to what it costs out here, and you realize how wonderful you have it.
Oh my!
We have a little bit more humidity, but
I think I can trade that. I'm actually based in LA, and absolutely, it's
painful,
astronomical.
Right? Yeah, I mean, your ears start bleeding when you begin to realize what.
Yeah. Okay, we'll focus on the positive.
Move to Greensboro, come on.
Oh gosh, I've got a few options on the list for sure. Tell me more about any exciting new products coming out for you guys.
So we're historically been focused on gallium arsenide, which is a particular substrate. It is pretty inexpensive to manufacture, and so it makes it inexpensive for our customers on a cost basis, but it has limitations to it. And what we have done is started moving into gas as well as silicon, which offers some different and better characteristics for semiconductors, but at an expense. So our current price point is anywhere from 10 cents per unit on the low end, 50 cents on the high end, and $1 for some of our more extreme items and products. But moving into some of these other substrates, we're going to see our average price point go from 30 cents a unit to well over $1. So that's pretty exciting for us. The margin obviously carries with that. And we're looking forward to being able to offer more products to our customers that will help meet their demands and needs.
Great. So with the buzzwords, inflation, rate hikes, how do you foresee your guys' management of your team and your human capital being impacted, or what are you doing to kind of retain that important?
One of the greatest things we have is our benefits package. So for us, we pay full insurance for not only the employee but their entire family, but be it themselves or they have 3, 5, 10 kids. The company pays for the full insurance package. We have unlimited PTO, so as you need to take time off. So we have a really creative, structured culture that is supportive of a work-life balance that's really nice and not seen in many corporate environments today. And we have not had, thankfully, any issues recruiting talent for our company other than having enough cash to pay the talent that wants to come work for us. So it's been really exciting, and we've added, I believe it was 25 employees in the last 9 months.
Excellent.
Which is increasing our base by 50%.
Right. Any changes to the corporate structure that you foresee in the near future?
The only changes that we have is, we've gone public in the last 6 months.
Excellent.
Our plan is to, over the next 9 months, upgrade or uplist to the NASDAQ. So it's not necessarily a corporate structure change, but it is obviously a different market for us to be trading on. And that's going to be pretty exciting for us.
Yeah, absolutely. And so it's a whole new ball game. And so your investors and shareholders become a big element to, pushing the needle and keeping the company what it is. How do you plan on managing that?
So that's my job. I get to make sure that our investors have as much information as we can legally provide them, and keep them informed as well as excited about what the pathway and the trajectory is. Going from a private company to OTC company and then to a NASDAQ company creates significant shareholder value over that time frame. And that is our way to repay the investors the patience that they've given us, the capital that they've given us, and provide them with an opportunity to exit at a very good profitable margin. And that's important to us because the investors, we've been around for 9 years, and we've had investors from day one, and we have to provide a good return to them.
Absolutely. And so the journey you speak of from going from private to public, OTC to NASDAQ, it's a journey, and it requires getting the story out there.
It does require getting the story out there. And of course, part of this, that getting the story out, is these interviews, presentations at the conference, certainly all the meetings that you have with the participants here. That is wildly important. And being a storyteller is one of the most difficult things that I have to do. Because you have to weave in a relevant story to your audience. And certain audiences are interested in the return and the investor side. Other audiences are interested in the ESG side of our business, of how we are environmentally and socially inclined to support our community. And then others are just very interested in the culture that we have. So it's all of those stories. You have to understand your audience and communicate to the best of your ability.
Wonderful. So I'm sure you're very much aware that part of what Shrex does and Sequire, our product, is provide that data intelligence, right?
Correct.
And I would be remiss to even assume or think that you have not had one conversation yet with one of our team members about that. But I would highly recommend, because I'm the vice president of the platform and of platform services. So I'm only speaking from experience here, because I've seen clients with exactly your journey and the significant growth that what we offer can help in that journey. Not only giving you transparency on the data, but also helping to move the needle in terms of growth.
And recognizing the marketing and communication platforms
100%.
that you guys offer. I've spoken with Chris several times, and he continues to grab my wrist and put it behind my arm.
Good.
To make sure that I use not only the conference here, but the products that you guys offer.
Oh, absolutely. Only because it's astronomical value that clients see.
And it's part of the full suite of products that you guys offer.
Exactly.
It's not you guys aren't a one-trick pony like us. We
Right.
have an entire platform of products to offer, and as you guys do.
Right. And also, Chris speaks from a place of having been there, done that,
Correct.
having lived through it. So his heart's always in the right place. And,
Right.
well, we'll continue the conversation and we'll
I
enjoy
expect a phone
further
call next week.
conversations in some email threads for sure. All right, so let's talk more about the company's bottom line performance. Have you had your presentation as yet?
Yes, so
Wonderful.
luckily we had our presentation yesterday morning at
Right.
7:30. So
Whoa.
we were the kickoff presentation for the conference. That was exciting.
Amazing. Can you fill us in on and summarize what that looked like?
So it looked like we talked about the 4 markets that we're in. So we're in the automotive market, we're in the 5G infrastructure market, which is cell phone towers.
Right.
We're also in the repeater business, which is in large buildings such as this. We've had issues with cell phone coverage.
Okay.
Repeaters are designed to bring that cell phone coverage inside a building that their RF communication can't break through the steel and the wood and so
Right.
forth. So what we do is we offer products, or we supply products to manufacturers that will put repeaters inside the building so that AT&T's cell service would reach inside the building instead of having to go out on the veranda.
Awesome.
And then the fourth area that our business is in is what we call multi-market, and that is kind of our lower volume, higher unit price, such as military applications, GPS specific applications, and the like.
Excellent. Any final thoughts, and where can we find more information?
So Guerilla-RF is our website, and it's Guerilla as in guerrilla warfare, not gorilla as in the animal.
Not that one.
Exactly. So that is the best place that you can find us, information about us. Obviously, all of our presentations are linked onto the website.
Wonderful.
And we're hoping to see that and link that to our website as well. And then always call me. You can reach me the easiest way is ir@guerilla-rf.com.
Awesome. Well, Sam, this was a wonderful conversation. Thank
Carmen,
you.
thank you
and
very much.
all the very best.
Great, thank you.
You're watching the Sequire Spotlight. Stay tuned for more.